Okay, so very important thing. Now the topic is standing with the question mark at the end. When I told you there can be a generic topic, which is about the social level. There can be topic which is versus, where are given two topics, two dimension. You have to choose one amongst other. And now a topic is there where there is a question and you have to answer either in a yes or in a no. Now see, whenever you are starting with the group discussion, the topic is, write down the topic of group discussion today. Is education needed for being successful in life? Is education needed for being successful in life? You can note it down first. Now see how you need to introduce the topic, how you need to introduce and enter in a group discussion. I told you 5 things and the topic is done. How you need to do it out? Good morning, everyone. The topic of today's discussion is education needed for being successful in life? Then an introductory line, we all have seen that having a proper guidance and education system, something you can go for the introduction level. Okay, so for being successful, successful always not means it is about being at the best, but always rising above or your level. So some of the introductory line you could mention. Then your viewpoint, yes, according to me, education is needed for being successful in life. And then you open the house for discussion. So 5 things and then your topic starts. Clear with this thing, how you need to introduce the topic first? Okay. Then in between, someone can disagree also. No, according to me, education is not needed. Many a times we have seen many people who were not even educated, but they were being successful. So you can have different viewpoints. It can be in the favor of it. It can be against it. So it is up to you guys. Okay. It is not a debate that you have to stick towards the point that if you agreed, you have to agree it to the end. No, you can disagree. You can have your opinion. It is up to you. Okay. Last, you can have a bilingual. That is, you can use English, Hindi, any language which you are comfortable in. There is no bar in the usage of language. One more thing you have to identify in this is that whenever we are going for the discussion, you have to denote whenever you make an entry. Suppose the intro was given by Aruna. Then after that, yes, I agree with you, Aruna. Aruna, I would like to add a point with you. I would like to add a valuable point. You can give your very valid example. Talk about any of the big personalities. You can talk about many of the people, like Einstein can be there, or it can be about ministers or someone, whatever the famous names you can take and denote, yes, that person through education, he did tremendously good. That person without education did tremendously good. Your opinions are most welcome. Okay. And then a conclusion should be a neutral one. Neutral conclusion, but yes, education, we all know that it is needed. So we can give it a fruitful conclusion that yes, at the end, I would like to conclude the entire discussion on the behalf of the group. According to all of us, we agree that yes, education is quite important. With respect to education, we need to have some moral values and certain things to become successful in our lives. Then you can add one or more point, a quote can be given, or any of the pointer which any of your friend gave in the entire discussion, which you found very interesting, that you could even quote in the end, and then you will give farewell. Like it's okay, you will end the topic. Clear how you need to end it out, how you need to make an entry, how you need to introduce about the topic. Any problem? Tell me fast. Anyone?
What is the topic? Sorry.
Is education needed for being successful in life? Is education needed for being successful in life? I tell you one thing, examples are very important. If someone is quoting something, even saying something, if you give a very interesting example, that would add weightage to your point. So please go and agree for that thing that yes, you need to give some kind of an example. You need to attach certain example. Clear with this thing? Any problem related to topic, like anyone who wants to ask me related to any, how you need to introduce in between ending? Anything? Clear? Renu, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You guys can switch on the videos and now I will start your 3 minutes timer. Okay. So it is 1:30, 1:16. By the end of 1:16, you should be ready with your pointers. Do not Google it. Do not check anyone's help. You have to make your pointers on your phone. And then who wants to introduce the topic today?
Ma'am, me.
Okay. Renu or Apurva. So one of you can go for the conclusion, one introduction. Who wants to go for conclusion? Who wants to go for conclusion? Okay. Okay, Devi and Apurva can go for conclusion. Renu can introduce. Is it okay? Fine? So intro is by Renu and conclusion is by Apur and Devi. Fine. Mrinmoy, any problem to you? You would like to ask a question because it's your first group discussion.
No, sir, it's no, ma'am, it's fine. So let's like proceed and see how
Just
much.
let's proceed and you try it out. By then you will make certain mistakes. It's okay. Okay. So discuss one pointer at a time. Do not, when you start your entry, Mrinmoy, it is not like you have to speak everything. Do not go for any elongated points. It should be short, crisp, concise with examples. Good pointer. Quality is more important than quantity. Okay. So 3 minutes start now. Go ahead with your this writing of the points. Okay, guys. So can we start now? Done? Chale? Start? Chalo. Go ahead. I think we can start with Renu. Go ahead with introduction.
Good morning, friends. Today, our topic of discussion is education needed to be successful in life? The meaning of topic is education is really needed to be successful. So, I agree to the topic because by education we get to know the different aspect of certain thing. We get so much knowledge. The more we read, the more we learn, and we live a better life through education. And because we get to know different experienced person, and through which we get so much experience. And whenever if we are uneducated, then certain things are not so clear in our mind, but by education we get to know different aspects of anything. So now I open the discussion for all of you.
Yes, Renu, nowadays education is necessary to develop and understanding towards the principle of life. One can got the basic got this by experience also, but it is necessary to understand what are the things which are right and which are wrong in the life from childhood. So, in my opinion, also education is important, and also as education give us practical knowledge and give us a chance to perform in your daily life, and to nowadays the um, definition of successful are changing. Like people want to get a good package jobs to become successful. So for that reason, education is important to being a successful according to that changing definition.
Yes, I agree with you, and I want to add some points. Like we all know that what do you mean by education? Education means eager to learn. मतलब हम किसी चीज को कितना सीखने की इच्छा रखते हैं. This is mean by education. So like one could said that like invention necessity is the mother of invention. So this is the like education is more important in life. And now we can you say that like everyone सब लोग सोचते हैं कि like good package पाना ही successful है. This
Hmm.
is not mean that like but वो लोग तो ऊपर से उठ के जाते हैं, छोटे छोटे फील्ड में सक्सेस हो चुके हैं, तो फिर उन्हें उनके लिए वो सक्सेसफुल है. लेकिन हम अपने सक्सेसफुल को कंपेयर तब करने लगते हैं जब हम ऊपर उठते चले जाते हैं. तो हम सबसे पहले हमें जो एजुकेशन मिलती है वो हमें हमारी फैमिली से मिलती है. हम जब बचपन में सीखते हैं, फिर हम अपने फैमिली फ्रेंड्स सोसाइटी से भी सीखते हैं. तो एजुकेशन इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट इन लाइफ.
Yeah,
I want to
actually, I
add
want to add
one
one
thing
more
to
point.
अरुणा that अपना जो टॉपिक है इसमें दो चीज है, एक एजुकेशन है, दूसरा सक्सेस इन लाइफ है.
यस,
तो हमें दोनों चीजों को मैं पहले डिफाइन करना चाहिए डिस्कशन से पहले, ऐसा मेरा मानना है. तो पहला देखा जाए कि एजुकेशन क्या है. फॉर्मल एजुकेशन, अनफॉर्मल एजुकेशन, बहुत सारे एजुकेशन के टाइप है.
एजुकेशन इज
हाँ.
ईगर टू लर्न.
यस. और दूसरा है सक्सेस इन लाइफ. आप किस तरह से मानते हो सकता है जो चीज आपके लिए सक्सेस हो वो मेरे लिए ना हो. एक कहावत है हिंदी में कि जो मिल गया है वो मिट्टी है, ना मिला है वो सोना है. तो कहीं ना कहीं सफलता की इसके अंदर हम ऐसा कोई रेट रेस में तो नहीं दौड़ रहे, क्या मुर्गजल की जैसा तो नहीं है कि हम भागे ही जा रहे हैं और अपना लाइफ ना जी सके. तो इस केस में मेरा मानना है कि एजुकेशन वास्तव में हमें सिखाता है कि हमारे जीवन के लिए क्या जरूरी है, कैसे हो सकता है. तो मेरे यहाँ दो पक्ष है, एक एजुकेशन के सपोर्ट में भी है और सक्सेस विदाउट एजुकेशन भी, दोनों चीज. क्योंकि हम देख रहे हैं दुनिया में, देश में बहुत सारे कॉलेज ड्रॉप आउट, इलॉन मस्क ले लीजिए, फेसबुक के स्थापक ले लीजिए, या इवन एप्पल के संस्थापक जो थे उनके सारे, और इवन लेटेस्ट में जो फिजिक्स वाला चल रहा है वो भी कॉलेज ड्रॉप आउट है. तो क्या हम ऐसा बोल सकते हैं कि कॉलेज ड्रॉप आउट है तो
Can we say
they are
that
not
only
success?
education we can find in schools? No.
No,
This is
education is
everywhere.
what
Education
we can learn in our own. What we
हम
have learned
कहाँ
we
से
can.
सीख सकते हैं, हम कहीं से भी सीख सकते हैं. ये जरूरी नहीं कि जो पढ़ा लिखा है वही बस सक्सेसफुल हो रहा है लाइफ में. एलन मस्क, ये ऐसा नहीं है कि मतलब जो एलन मस्क है वही बस सक्सेस हो रहे हैं. मेरा ये पॉइंट है कि क्या एजुकेशन मीन्स स्कूल नहीं, एजुकेशन मीन्स स्कूल नहीं है सिर्फ.
लेकिन अपना जो
Okay,
टॉपिक है
Apurva,
उसी हिसाब
actually,
से अपन का जो टॉपिक दिया गया है कि इज एजुकेशन इज नीडेड टू सक्सेस इन लाइफ, तो कहीं स्कूलिंग और कॉलेज सिस्टम से
एजुकेशन
कंपेयर
में
करने के
शिक्षा
लिए.
होती है. शिक्षा मतलब क्या होता है? सीधन इच्छा, सीखने की इच्छा. दिस इज नॉट मीन्स कि स्कूल में गए तभी सीख रहे हैं. एजुकेशन का मीनिंग तो पहले समझा जा सकता है.
yeah, actually,
Okay,
I
Apurva
want
and
to add
Aruna,
one more point. What Ayush has said, education is needed, but it should be a basic education. What up to the some people want to study up to 10th standard and follow the path in different careers, like in sport or music. I can say an example, like we have known that Pragyananda is a youngest grandmaster in India, and his sister Vaishali. They have only the basic formal education, like home education. Teachers will come into their home and tutor them. And the other side, they have the career in chess, so that everyone has have some basic education up to what they wish, like 10th standard or 12th, they wish, and follow their career. I don't think education is necessary for everyone to be successful in life. Some people want different careers, like in music. I can say another example, like you have seen Lydian Nadaswaram. Is everyone aware? I don't think so. He's very famous musician. He is also having a home tute only, but he is successful in different fields. So I don't think education
Dev
is.
Prasad ji, I just want to add that if you take an example of Vikram Sarabhai, and Vikram Sarabhai also got a home tuition. Even Rahul Gandhi got a home tuition. They are a very rich class people. They can afford all these things. We are talking in the context of the mass of India or of India. So particularly I recommend that basic education up to 10th or up to 12th. Even the government has now made a law that free education up to the schooling.
Yeah,
up to the
I also
learning.
saying the
So
same thing.
I personally believe that at least college education or up to 12th education should be there, because we learn so many from peer learning. It's not about degree. They
Yeah,
are going
I
on.
also saying the same thing. It is a wish for individual. If you want to study up to 12th standard, you can study.
Yeah, I said already, to understand the basic needs and what are the things are right and wrong. To understand that, we have to like education is important, but for success, to being successful, it is not like that. For example, every sportsman, like for example, I want to take an example of Virat Kohli. He's only done his education up to 12th class, but now he's successful due to his passion and commitment towards the cricket. So every time education is not important,
नो नो
but
नो,
yes,
आयुष दैट वही पॉइंट पे आना है कि 12वीं तक तो पढ़ना है ना, कि फिर आप बेसिक मैथ्स नहीं आता, हाउ कैन बी सक्सेसफुल? बेसिक मैथ्स,
I
बेसिक एटिकेट,
I'm
बेसिक
going.
साइंस.
अपूर्व, एजुकेशन इज नॉट
No,
मीन्स लाइक 12th
Yes.
तक अगर हम पढ़ रहे हैं तो वो एजुकेशन है. दिस इज नॉट
no,
मीन
no, no. It
एजुकेशन.
is not.
एजुकेशन मीन्स हम कहीं से भी कहाँ से क्या सीख सकते हैं. ऐसा
Hmm.
नहीं है कि हम स्कूल, हम तो घर
इट्स अ
बैठे भी
स्किल,
कुछ.
इट्स अरुणा, इट्स अ स्किल लर्निंग.
Yes,
Education, I personally believe it should be on paper.
that is the
It have a
point of,
track record. You have a track record.
that is
Some
the point everyone
affiliation there.
want to say.
Yes, yes. And one more point, due to not in terms of only books and other, like only money is not the meaning of successful. Nowadays, villages में जो girls को पढ़ाया नहीं जाता था, उनकी जल्दी शादी हो जाती थी. Due to this education, people are now learning. मतलब उनका है ये focus कि हमारी बेटियां पढ़ना, हमको पढ़ाना है, उनको एक independent person बनाना है. So this is also, so for those girls, this is the importance of education. So in that terms also education is needed. And so yeah, this is also.
I strongly
Yes, Renu,
recommend
I
that
agree
education is
with
must
you.
needed.
And
I also, Aruna, recommend that schooling or college education is must. If we take example of Mahatma Gandhi or Jawaharlal Nehru, at that time they went to England and study law, and by the help of this law they took freedom from the British
yes,
people.
Apurva,
So
I
education is
agree
must.
with you.
I
I
just want
agree
to,
with you.
yes,
Yes,
last
Apurva,
point I
I
want to
agree
tell
with
that
you.
so
But
many
you,
industrialists in Gujarat, like Karsanbhai Patel of Nirma, अंबानी साहब फ्रॉम अपना रिलायंस, उनके बेटों को भी वो हायर एजुकेशन अच्छी कॉलेज से दिलवाते हैं. तो एजुकेशन तो
yes,
होना ही चाहिए, ऐसा मेरा मानना है.
yes, Apurva, I agree with you. I also said that ki, like
Yes.
education is important in life, because from education we can thought that what is wrong, what is right. So I didn't say that like education is not important in life, but I said that like meaning of education is हम कहाँ से किससे सीख रहे हैं, ये चीज मैं बोल रही हूँ. मैं ये नहीं बोल रही हूँ कि education is not important. Please try to
But as per
understand.
me, like in today's education system, everything is like bookish knowledge. So the students are lacking in practical knowledge. Like in let's take an example: a farmer knows better how to grow crop than a student doing farm is the like just the bookish knowledge. And again, Apur or Ayush said like cricketers have like in the swimming and all this and that they have the basic knowledge of like math, science, and all. So I guess the basic knowledge should be there, as Apurv said. So I
Yes,
guess
I agree.
there should
Yes.
be basic knowledge. Without basic
Yes.
knowledge, one can't grow in or proceed in the future, or the line they are thinking of accepting in the future. They can't do.
Yes, due to this
Renu,
education, apart from bookish knowledge, we also get practical knowledge. Like we get punctuality in our life. By education, we get to know that if how to get that target. We have some target, and how to focus on that target. That is also education brings in our life. So that is so important to be
Renu,
successful in life.
that is
yes,
not
Renu, I
education, it's
agree with
learning.
you.
Thank you, Renu, to clarify
It's
my
everywhere
point.
on every field. Like if you have sport, it doesn't need education, it's learning. How you behave on one point, how you behave on other.
Where are you, sir?
Devi
Devi
Prasad,
Prasad,
I
Learning.
would like to
Normal
justify your
education, right?
statement.
So
We can tell
Devi
without
Prasad, I
education.
would like
normal
to justify
education.
your statement like in cricket or in any other sports, we need basic things like in cricket, we need to know about the kinetics or the aerodynamic theories and all, because there is another stream like sports science. So the players who are
Yeah.
playing, they should know the basics of this sports
Yeah,
science and
Chandra,
all.
it's not education, it's learning. Education is you have on theoretical oriented, but every sportsman doesn't need what is the aerodynamics of the ball, what is the how it behaves. Like it's learning on particular sport. It's
Yes, I'm
Yes,
definitely
agree
not
with you,
yes,
education.
Prasad.
yes, I agree with you. And like
Conscious
we have
and
every type of education, like engineering, doctor field, lawyer field. So this is a way of education. It is it is also a learning process. Like we have knowledge in every field. So like everything is everything, every process has learning skills.
Yes, I
Yeah.
agree with Aruna.
Can
Yeah,
we
learning
just
is
do
different
a
from
survey
what
like
education.
this? Dev Prasad, just one
Yeah.
survey. Educated people, or we can say professionally qualified people, and their success ratio in their life. Same way, not educated or we can say less educated people and their success ratio in life. If we compare both things with the productivity of the nation, I prefer the educated people who are giving more because विराट कोहली कितने बनेंगे एक या दो या
Yeah,
10
yeah, but
प्लेयर
today
है
topic is
लेकिन TCS में
education
कोई
is
बंदा
less.
कंप्यूटर इंजीनियरिंग करके जाएगा तो एक मास
Apurv,
वहां जॉब करता है तो
Apurv,
उसका लॉन्ग कैरियर रहेगा
every
Yeah,
coin
yeah.
has two faces. Apurv, every coin has two faces. Why you
Education is
didn't
not compulsory
understand?
for everyone to be successful, right? Right? It depends on individual. If you want to pursue a career in sports, definitely you need doesn't have an higher education for that career. If you have career, you have interest in education, then you have to go for higher education to be
Yes,
successful,
Devi
right?
Prakash, I agree with
I
you,
I
and
also I also agree with देवी प्रसाद लाइक IITs और UPSC वाले लोग सुसाइड करते हैं जो कम पढ़े लिखे सुसाइड नहीं करते वो अपना मस्त जिंदगी जीते तो कभी कभी हायर एजुकेशन या ज्यादा सोच से ह्यूमन लॉस भी होता है ऐसा नहीं हो उसका दूसरा साइड भी है लेकिन मैं एक ओवरऑल बोल रहा हूँ पूरी सिस्टम के हिसाब से वेल एजुकेटेड और क्वालिफाइड लोग का थोड़ा रेशियो ज्यादा है तो इन रिसर्च तेरा उसको आप स्किल एजुकेशन ले सकते हो आपका उसका प्रोफेशनल एजुकेशन प्रोफेशनल क्वालिफिकेशन ले सकते हो बट एक
Apurv, can
प्रॉपर
I ask
टीचिंग तो
you
होना
one
चाहिए
question? Apurv,
Okay,
can
friend,
I
I
ask you
want to
one
take
question?
one example as a businessman. Like, if the businessman is well educated and running his her business, then it may gain the knowledge or the by the experience. Like, it will take so much time to experience that knowledge, the business knowledge. With the help of education, he or she can take the knowledge uh, in less time and apply in their business to grow the business. So yes, the education is important to save the time or to gain the knowledge about the professional knowledge or how to do a business in a correct way or in the efficient way. So sometimes to being a successful to run the business and to do so many things so many things are there we can't perform without any education like professional things I'm saying.
Okay, fine, guys. I think it's already done. Go for the conclusion now. First, I'll go for Apurv.
Hello to all. Today's our topic is education is needed to success in life. So we have discussed in various aspects, and we finally reached to the conclusion that more we learn, more we grow. As Renu has said, education basically nowadays we have classified in two ways. One is the professional education, and one is the skill-based education. So professional education will give you the how to think. If you have studied MBBS, then master in all these things. Same in technical and in skill-based in music or in a sports. So you have a ratio of success is very much high. In another side, people also said that basic education is required. If you become a teacher, or sorry, if you become a sports person or whatsoever, you need an initial basic education. And another side, also people have given example of some entrepreneur or some college dropout student who has made a very successful enterprise like Physics Wala or Reliance Industries or Karsanbhai Patel's Nirma Industry. So these are also an example of the people who are not more professionally qualified but success in their life. So here we have to decide two things: what is the success according to the person or the individual. It's vary. And the last thing we here say that if a person is not professionally qualified but have vast experience, he have ups and downs of the life, then he never go for suicide. And same way, a person who is more professionally qualified but haven't more experience of the what the actual life is, he will go for the suicide or any other options. So these are cons for the professional qualification. So these are the 2 points. Every coin has two sides. So we all have discussed the two sides of the professional qualification and the success without qualification in the life. Thank you.
Next, Devi, go for the conclusion.
Yeah. we have done some healthy discussion about the topic. Yeah, basic education is necessary for everyone to be successful in whatever field, but it's not necessary for everyone to have a career in education depends also. So if you have interest in some other field, you have get some basic education and you have get that path. So it has to be person choice. See.
Okay, fine. Very important thing, which I have told number of times, do not go for very elongated content. How many of you gave brief content? First tell me that. आज कितनी भी हमारी डिस्कशन हुई है, छोटे पॉइंट्स और वैलिड पॉइंट्स किसने दिए? अपूर्व ने पॉइंट अच्छा देने की कोशिश किया, उसमें भी इसमें मैं 2 पार्ट्स में बताना चाहता हूँ. 2 पार्ट्स कहाँ से आ गया अपूर्व? एट अ टाइम आई टोल्ड नंबर ऑफ टाइम्स वन डिस्कशन. हाउ यू टोल्ड इट आउट? इसके मेरे 2 पार्ट्स हैं. एजुकेशन सपोर्ट भी करता हूँ, सक्सेस विदाउट एजुकेशन भी बताना चाहता हूँ. एक ही पॉइंट में मतलब हमने ब्रीफली बोलना है. Undoubtedly, the participation of today, Aruna and Apurva, they were better than amongst others because they were actually speaking a lot more than others. रेनू की पार्टिसिपेशन बहुत कम थी. मृण्मय चलो इट्स फर्स्ट टाइम फॉर हिम. आयुष बीच में ही यूज्ड टू कम, बीच में ही यूज्ड टू लीव. दैट शुड नॉट बी देयर. ठीक है. आयुष वाज इन 3rd रैंक टुडे. Aruna and Apurva, first thing, do remember, you don't have to give very elongated content, which I've already mentioned lots of people. Now, right now, no one is cutting you because you're quite new to this discussion. Otherwise, a person won't let you to speak so long. I think Aruna, I've seen this already, right? Aruna, इतना लंबा पॉइंट कोई भी नहीं बोलता और कोई इतने दिन सुनता भी नहीं है. हर एक को होता है कि अगर 10 मिनट की है कि हमारी बारी आ जाए. No one is going to listen too long. ठीक है. तो ब्रीफली बोलो और ब्रीफली पॉइंट्स को फैक्चुअली कट करने की कोशिश करो. सेकेंड थिंग, कहाँ तुम लोग सुसाइड पे पहुंच गए? ये चीजें तुमने एजुकेशन के पहले बेनिफिट्स बता दी है. क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग इवॉल्व होती है, मेंटली हम बहुत ज्यादा स्टेबल होते हैं, मॉरल वैल्यूज आती हैं पर्सन के अंदर. अगर आप बोलते कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स इंप्रूव होते हैं. दिस प्रोवाइड स्टेबिलिटी इन योर लाइफ. यू गेन ट्रेमेंडस नॉलेज. इट कैन बी योर यू गेट sense of purpose of life, sense of knowledge in the life, and how actually you have to live or retain this life. These are the things which you actually learn from the education system, which none of you mentioned. तुम लोग हायर एजुकेशन, लोअर एजुकेशन, बेसिक एजुकेशन इनमें करने लग पड़े. टॉपिक क्या था?
नॉलेज का पॉइंट मैंने बोला था.
That was just a brief one, रेनू. वही बोल रही हूँ, आपकी क्या कमी थी? आपने बीच में आया, एंट्री ली, उसके बाद you were all गायब for long time. ये कर रहे
मैम
थे.
इंट्रोडक्शन दिया
मैम
था
स्किल
मैंने.
इम्प्रूवमेंट वाली पॉइंट मैंने बोली थी.
इंट्रो रेनू, इट इज नॉट कि इंट्रो दे दिया तो बीच में नहीं बोलना आपने.
नहीं, मैं आई थी बीच में 2 बार, बट इनका डिबेट चलने लग गया. पूर्व आयुष वो
You have to
इनका.
stop. That is what you have to be into that. Otherwise, they are winning the league in that case. They
मेरा
are
ये
getting
क्वेश्चन था
extra.
कि इनको रोक सकते हैं या फिर
Yeah,
जीडी
you
में डिबेट
must.
अलाउ होता है.
Exactly, you have to. Okay, I would like to add my new raya. Okay, I agree with you, Apurva. या फिर आप अरुणा के साथ एग्री कर रहे हो. उसके बाद I disagree with you. I think we are digressing from the topic. हमें ये बात करनी चाहिए. बोलो ना. उनके दोनों की थोड़ी डिस्कशन, उन दोनों को मार्क्स मिल जाएंगे. तुम लोग क्या करोगे सारे जाने? क्लियर? इट विल नॉट बी लाइक कि वो दो ही बोल रहे हैं और उन दोनों के ही मार्क्स आ रहे थे, वो दोनों कर रहे थे. अरुणा डज नॉट स्पीक मच, बट टुडे शी लुक कॉन्फिडेंट. जैसे मुझे ये टॉपिक आता है, मैं तो इसी पे बोलूंगी, है ना. और आई थिंक अपूर्व एंड आई थिंक अरुणा, दे बोथ गिव कोट्स आल्सो. और अपूर्व के भी पॉइंट्स बहुत अच्छे थे टू सम एक्सटेंट. ही ट्राई टू गिव गुड कंटेंट इन दैट. बट तुम लोग डाइग्रेस कहाँ से होना शुरू कर दिया तुमने? बेसिक एजुकेशन, हायर एजुकेशन, सुसाइड्स. व्हाई दैट इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट गाइस? It was just कि is education important? It should be a beautiful yes answer. Conclusion भी करना ना, इसको yes की तरफ ज्यादा लेकर जाओ कि yes, education system is very very important because we need to increase the literacy rate. We need to improve. आज हमारी country developing से develop कब बनेगी? जब सभी लोग educated हैं, सब लोग को basic knowledge है. अगर educated नहीं होते तभी तुम लोग क्या होते हो कि किसी गलत साइड पर जाते हो. Or you can say it out. There are things which are very much important which to learn through education. Critical thinking evolves. Mental stable you get in the life. You get the purpose to live a life. Otherwise, what's the purpose of living in the life also? What's the difference between a human and an animal if there is no education, no improvement to that extent? तुम लोग थोड़ा डिसएग्री करके पॉइंट, लेकिन कंक्लूजन तुम्हें इस चीज का पॉजिटिव रखना था. ये सोशल लेवल तो नहीं है. मैंने लास्ट टाइम भी समझाया था, जब कोई सोशल लेवल है उसके तुम करो नो. अगर तुम्हें एक न्यूट्रल लगता है तो तुम लड़ो कि कॉइन हैज 2 साइड्स. अगर तुम्हें पता है कि ये टॉपिक का एक पॉजिटिव एंडिंग होना चाहिए. अगर मैं तुम्हें बोलूं इवल्स ऑफ करप्शन, तुम लोग बोलोगे नहीं नहीं, कई जगह पे करप्शन होनी अच्छी बात है. एवरी कॉइन हैज 2 साइड्स. थोड़ी बहुत करप्शन ठीक भी होती है, थोड़ी बहुत करप्शन बुरी होती है. लेट्स गेट करप्टेड आल्सो, लेट्स सेव आवर मनी आल्सो. व्हाट, इट कांट बी द कंक्लूजन, राइट? तो ये चीजें मिस्टेक्स कर रहे हो तुम लोग को एटलीस्ट आइडेंटिफाई करो किस टॉपिक पे कैसा कंक्लूजन देना है। ये थोड़ी कि तुम्हें कोई करप्शन, तुम्हें अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट पे भी अच्छी चीजें दोगे, ज्यादा पॉपुलेशन बढ़ रही है, हाँ ये हो सकता है, अगर पॉपुलेशन राइज आ जाए तो ठीक है, वी कैन इंक्रीज, यू कैन यूटिलाइज दैट पॉपुलेशन इन नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज ग्रोथ करने के लिए, उसका तुम अच्छा एंडिंग कर सकते हो। पर किसी भी सोशल लेवल के दो आप पॉइंट्स नहीं निकाल सकते। लिटरेसी इलिटरेसी इज इंक्रीजिंग इन इंडिया, इसके कॉइन के दो साइड्स होंगे। अच्छी बात है, लिटरेसी इंक्रीज हो रही है, हम और बेरोजगार बनेंगे, हमारी अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट और इंक्रीज हो जाएगी, दिस इज गोइंग टू बी अ ब्यूटीफुल साइड। कैन इट बी द आंसर? अब तुम हंस रहे हो पर तुमने यही किया डिस्कशन में, दिस इज व्हाट यू हैव एक्चुअली डन। एंड आई वाज लाइक फैसिनेटेड विद द कंक्लूजन कि तुम लोग जा कर रहे हो। आई डिड नॉट वांट टू स्टॉप यू गाइस बिकॉज़ वी वर सो मच इन डिस्कशन, एटलीस्ट आई वाज हैप्पी दैट यू गाइस आर स्पीकिंग।
मैडम वो अच्छा हुआ मोदी जी के पकौड़े वाला उदाहरण में दिया, वरना मैं तो सोच रहा था सरकारी बोल रही है पकौड़े।
Don't do that thing. We are going for a PSU, you are going for a good post, and there you will say, नहीं नहीं education जरूरी नहीं है, no need to get educated, we will be successful like this. Basic education नहीं होती भाई, ये तो होता है कि तुम्हें फर्स्ट टू फिफ्थ तो करनी है, कि वो भी नहीं करनी है, अंगूठा छाप तो नहीं बनना तुम लोग को, ठीक है? So don't be like that. Have some good answers. But why it was your first time, but the question, basic knowledge, the point you gave about the basic knowledge, that was okay. ठीक है, that basic knowledge is needed, but you have to evolve that point. Content धीरे धीरे बनेगा आपका, ठीक है, but the kind of participation at least थोड़ा evolve करो, practice और करो, ये नहीं बोलना ही नहीं है मृण्मय, okay? Try to speak
Okay.
more, try to participate more, have a content enriched one. And I'm saying you all the guys, at least cut your points, go for the factual. No one is going to listen your long answers, long pointers, no one is going to welcome that, okay? Eradicate those things and improve it accordingly. Same for Devi also. Devi कम एंट्री, एक तो पार्टिसिपेशन कम थी, उसमें जब कर रहे हैं
Ma'am,
तो
actually, sorry, ma'am, actually I don't understand Hindi. That's why I don't.
yeah, that is also one thing I want to mention. If you do not understand certain language, suppose your this person is giving introduction Hindi or something, you can request your teammates that please can we speak in English because I cannot understand. It is something you can need in the finals also. Okay, you can say it like that. There's no bar in it saying it like that. Can you please speak in English? I cannot understand it out. You can request the person. It is on the person. The person can or the person cannot. Okay, but
Okay.
you have a chance to speak it like that. That I'm not able to understand it out. Kindly speak in English. Kindly tell me this point in English. Something like that. You can go for this. Try to
Okay.
adopt this thing in the group discussion. समझ आई? गलतियां अब जो बहुत अच्छा था, that was today Aruna, very good, confident you looked, and your pointers were also okay. Second, Apurv के points लंबे थे, but yes, it was good one. Participation was increasing, even the level the Apurv used to do, that was increasing. Ayush on third, Ayush participated in between, but it was fine. Ayush and Devi Prasad on the same level. Then Renu, it was just on the mediocre पे थे आप, ठीक है, बिकॉज ऑफ द पार्टिसिपेशन। एंड इंट्रोडक्शन में बहुत इलेबोरेटेड नहीं करना, मैंने बहुत बार बोला है, सारे पॉइंट्स नहीं बोलने, बेसिक नॉलेज होनी जरूरी है, ये होना जरूरी है। ब्रीफली द वे यू स्टार्टेड दैट वाज ओके, बीच में अपनी पार्टिसिपेशन रखो, रोको लोगों को।
मैंने बीच में 2 पॉइंट दिए थे,
मोर देन एवरीवन, मैंने आज 15 मिनट्स तक चलाई है, डू यू थिंक 2 पॉइंट्स आर सफिशिएंट? नहीं, फिर 3-4 हमारे होने चाहिए।
और मैम जो पॉइंट दिए थे वो, जैसे वो गर्ल्स की एजुकेशन का था,
दैट वाज ओके।
और मैम जैसे अरुणा और उनका जो डिबेट चल रहा था, ये नेगेटिव वे में थोड़ी जाएगा कि अपन हाइपर हो रहे हैं या ऐसा, या फिर ओके है ये?
No, you can save it out. That is not allowed. वैसे ये नहीं होगा. Right now they started discussion. They are not aware. इस तरह से debate नहीं चल रहा है या चल रहा है. You can stop it out. You can add. तुम लोग उसकी wait नहीं करोगे कि debate खत्म हो जाए, तब तक group discussion खत्म हो जाएगी. We cannot wait for someone to end this thing. ठीक है? You have to be extra active. You have to be very attentive what the guys are speaking, and you put your point in between. For example, add on कर लो ना अपने आप को भी. Why you guys are left behind and they are the only ones who are speaking? Okay, and the pointer, when we compare it out, see, points of everyone was okay, but when we compare it out, that one person is giving quotes, another is giving very valid examples, whose point I will weigh more? The ones who's giving quotes and examples and very, you can say, relating it to the normal life, those persons point way off than the person who's giving very average points. That is the way of criteria of your marking also. Okay, so points are okay and average of everyone. You have to be very attentive, you have to be very active, your participation needs to be exactly, see, I am increasing the race. पहले मैंने 8 मिनट किया था तो 2 मेरी पार्टिसिपेशन ठीक थी, 10 मिनट में, 12 मिनट में 3, 15 में 4, इस तरह से इंक्रीज करो ना अपनी पार्टिसिपेशन को, ठीक है? It is not like if I make you speak for 30 minutes and your participation is 2 or 3 times, that is sufficient. No, you guys are 5 or 6, 7 in number. Your participation needs to be more. Done? Clear? अब वही मैं compare करूंगी उस तरह से आएगा. Right now, it's okay. वही कह रही हूँ ना, every day you're learning more. I saw the improvement in Apurva. I saw the improvement in Ayush also to a bit. Aruna is also increasing it out. अपनी अपनी improvements देखो कि कैसे कैसे मैं improve कर रहा हूँ. Where I am lacking, what I need to change it out. Okay? तो वो चीजों पे improve करो. Done? Any problem to anyone? Then why any problem to you? Because you're attending it for the first time.
I'm actually like they were debating. So how can we stop them in the middle, like talk?
Apurva speaking something, try to speak like basic knowledge. So first thing, basic knowledge, and it is not about the discussion of basic knowledge, higher education, something like that. So you can say that, Apurva, I think we are digressing from the topic. The topic is education needed for being successful? So we need to talk about such point. I would like to add my valuable point. Okay, Apurva, I would like to add my valuable point. Something like that. You can. There's no one stopping you out there. But if it is only the ones his person is speaking, then you can wait. Otherwise, you have to stop these guys. Okay? That is what about your attentiveness is there. You can add some example. If you suppose Apurva and Aruna are fighting, you agree with Aruna, you support him. Aruna, yes, I agree with you. Aruna is staying right. Someone else will also pop in. Okay, then I think Devi would have entered, Renu would have entered, and everyone would have done it. But none of you took a chance also.
मतलब मैडम जैसे किसी के सपोर्ट में बोलना है तो उसको अच्छा बोल के
You can obviously you agree with
इसको
someone.
काटना है तो उसका नेगेटिव बोल के, लेकिन फिर अपना
हाँ, पर वो point बहुत से justify करो. Only you can cut a person only if you justify him very well. If you are not able to justify, you cannot. Done? ठीक है?
Yes.
All clear? We will have the GT at 4:30 p.m. today. So you can be there also in the group task. And this is all for today. We will have tomorrow on EVs, which I was missing. On EVs, we will have a discussion tomorrow. So read about that. Okay? Any problem to anyone?
Then what is the difference between GD and GT?
GT is where the introduction conclusion is a bit different. On you will remember it one thing in group discussion, it's fighting. It's like win-to-win situation. Whose points are weighing up? In group task, it's a simultaneously. It is a consensus effort. You have to bring. I will give you a task. I will give you a situation. You all have to come together with one single idea, one single, you can say, as a suggestion should be there. It should not be different from other people. Your opinions as a collective, as a team, it matters. And how valid you are giving the opinion. And it is like someone you have to prioritize it out. Some things are given. Suppose you're planning for a road trip. You have to tell me like what are the key ingredients you have to take in the road trip. Something like that situation. How to increase the marketing strategies. So this task is being given. You're given a task. You have to write it down. You have to read it on that. And then you have to solve it together with your opinions. And the person who there gives the conclusion in group task is very, very important. Because he is the one who's briefing out the entire strategies which are being shared. Okay, so there are differences which you will learn once you attend it out. So this is group discussion. Clear with this now? All problem okay? Done? Chalo, we'll meet tomorrow again. Okay, all the best guys. Apurva, you can do.